Good afternoon, Packers fans. Aaron Nagler here with your Packers Daily Chat, coming to you live on the Cheesehead TV social channels. It is Tuesday, July 9th, still just under 2 weeks away until the Packers descend on Ray Nitschke Field to kick off training camp the morning of the 22nd. The shareholders meeting being held later that afternoon. We're so close. You can feel it, the excitement. I'm going crazy just trying to make it to the 22nd and get the guys back in the fold and get working on this thing. The 2024 season is so close to being upon us. But, the thing you have to remember about training camp and everything that we're about to kind of see reported on each and every day throughout the month of August, especially, is the way that while they are installing and obviously preparing for the season and obviously a new defense in town, that's going to be exciting to watch unfold and guys get put into probably different spots than maybe they're used to and asked to do things that they haven't been asked to do before. It all comes back to the fundamentals and the basics of football. And that is what will be worked on and drilled. And it is the building blocks, it's the foundation that each and every player utilizes throughout the season. And it's interesting because when you go to Ray Nitschke Field and you watch it literally every day, but you watch the guys go through their stretches and their warm-ups and then the drill work. And then it can feel like drudgery as you're watching it. It's hot outside, but it is so important to watch these guys get it in their bodies, their muscle memory as they get to, say, late November, early December. That all comes from the work they do there on Ray Nitschke Field day in and day out. The fundamentals of the game never deviate. They're always the building block, the foundation that you want to go back to when it is late in the season and you can't really practice the way you can in the summer, just due to the CBA negotiations and the restrictions that they are under as far as what's allowed, physicality wise, especially. Those are the days, those really long, hot days out in the sun, working on your drills. That's where championships are built. And it sounds weird to say, but it's very, very true. Guys that no doubt will make amazing plays and do things that create highlights for us on social media, and we'll be talking about deep into the season. Much of that is, obviously gets the focus, but the hard work, the stuff that builds a championship team, a team that picks up good habits, that forms good habits, that knows exactly what is required down in and down out from their position. All of that work starts Ray Nitschke Field on the 22nd, and it's so important, vitally important, but rarely gets mentioned or talked about in regards to having a successful season. This is where it begins. And I, for one, as I've said, I'm incredibly excited to get to Green Bay and watch it happen. I'll be there. The first practice I'll be at is the 26th. I fly in the 25th. The 26th will be the first practice I go to. I'm incredibly excited to watch the new players, to watch guys kind of learn the NFL way of doing things. All these young players that, yeah, they've run around in shorts and helmets for a little bit now with some of their NFL brethren, their new NFL brethren, but we're going to see those pads come on a week into camp and watch some of these guys have a few welcome to the NFL moments. There's at least one or two each and every year, and I'm thrilled that I get to be there and talk to you, everyone, Packers fans worldwide, about it each and every day. We'll be doing Packers Daily from Green Bay. Really excited. Can't wait. And I'll be able to go say hi to our good friends over at Ticket King. That's right. Based in Wisconsin since 1992, Ticket King is located across the street from Lambeau Field on Oneida. They're happy to help you find just the right tickets for Packers games, from larger groups to single tickets, both home and away. They partner with local Green Bay businesses for tailgating and bus transportation to the games, so you don't have to worry about driving or parking. They're even open on game day for last-minute tickets or possible upgrades. They even have a drive-through window. And if you're not in Green Bay, no problem. Just use the Ticket King link on the Cheesehead TV homepage, on our app, or indeed in the description of this video. Do it, folks. You don't want Ticketmaster, StubHub, or SeatGeek, none of these national companies. Use a company based in Wisconsin since the early 90s. Ticket King for all your Packers ticket needs. Do it, folks. You know you want to see the green and gold play this year. Hello to everybody in the comments. So good to see everybody chopping it up already. Starting with Uncultured. Thanks for the super chat, man. Today's jams are Unforgettable by Nat King Cole, Ace of Spades by Motorhead, Wolf Totem by The Who, and that's The Who, not The Who, and the Humpty Dance by Digital Underground. I once got busy in a Burger King bathroom. Uncultured. You know that's true. Cheesehead Joey, thanks for the super chat, man. Hope you're having a great day, Aaron. I am having a great day. That was a great match between Spain and France. Incredible first half. Watching that this afternoon. Had some really good meetings earlier today around Cheesehead TV, and also had a great conversation with Brent Hensel, the curator of the Green Bay Packers Hall of Fame, about the team's expanded partnership with UWGB. And I know we talked about this on Transplants last year. Well, we're going to talk about it on Transplants tomorrow night. UWGB has a course that you can take online with Brent about the history of the Green Bay Packers. They wrapped up the kind of first program of it a couple months ago, like in March. And now they're offering a new program starting in September that I believe will go through football season regarding essentially the revitalization of the Packers to becoming once again one of the flagship franchises of the NFL, with the hiring of Ron Wolf, Bob Harlan's major decision there, and then kind of the reascension of the Packers throughout the 90s and 2000s. Really encourage everyone to check out that conversation. It's here on the YouTube channel. And yeah, if you are so inclined, Brent said they had people from all over the country last year, and this year will probably be no different. And indeed, people from, all over the world, folks internationally, checking out the course at UWGB about the history of the Green Bay Packers. Make sure you check out that conversation. Really good stuff. And hey, if you're going to be in town for a training camp, make sure you check out the Packers Hall of Fame. It is very, very special and unique, simply because the Packers have been around for so long. There is so much story to tell, and they do a great job at the Packers Hall of Fame of giving you a really cool, unique inside look and view at the history of this franchise we all love so much. Make sure you check that out. Daniel, thanks for being a Care the G Club member. Appreciate you, man. Besides the game, what are you most excited to see in Brazil? That is a excellent question. I got to be honest, I really haven't thought about it much. Been so busy this summer trying to do everything with Cheesehead TV as far as keeping our content going and making sure we're ready for the season, that I haven't really given it much thought, outside of the fact that I know we will be having a meetup the night before the game. Make sure you're on the lookout for information, because we will have that posted probably in the next couple weeks. So yes, 100%, very much looking forward to the game. I'm not sure that I'll have that much time outside of my kind of duties, so to speak, of covering the game and being there as a member of Cheesehead TV, that I'll really be able to do much sightseeing or touristy things. But I am very excited to meet Packers fans, both from Brazil and from indeed all over the world. I suspect it'll be much like we saw in London. There'll probably be a fair number of fans from all over the world coming to watch the Packers play, and I can't wait. It's going to be a lot of fun. Mike, thanks for the super chat, man. Hey, Nags, are you and Corey streaming Family Night again this year, hoping for a return of Cigarette Guy, Random Packer, Wisconsin's own Don Davey? Don Davey, good call. TBD on Family Night. I think we might do something around Family Night, content around it. Not so sure we're going to be doing a live watch party. However, with that said, I will indeed be doing live watch parties for all of the preseason games. That's something we haven't done in the past. I'm not so sure if Corey's going to be able to join, simply because of Live X and some stuff he's going to be busy with. But I will certainly be doing watch parties for each preseason game for the first time. So maybe not Family Night, but preseason, most definitely. Be on the lookout for that. Uncultured, what's going on, man? Thanks for the super chat. Have you seen the H2H vid of College Football 25? That new control system is fire. Gonna set up plenty of smack talking. I've got mine ordered. I have not seen the vid yet. I am excited to check it out. It's great to have college football video game back in our lives. I mean, I do have to say, as someone who's busy enough that, it's just a blessing when I get a chance to play some Madden. I don't know how much I'm going to be able to play the new college football game, but I will certainly be checking it out. And I am very excited to take on people and, most importantly, build my dynasty from some small podunk Wisconsin college to a national championship. Cheeto, thanks for the super chat, man. Please report your thoughts on the new kickoff alignments as you see them. I'm excited for Keyshawn Nixon and perhaps having a sturdy return game. Sturdy, I think, is a good word for it. I do think this new return play is going to be a physical part of the game. And it's interesting to me that they've made this radical change because the kickoff play was on its way out because of the injury rate and the people kicking it out of the end zone, and it's become a boring play. But now they've redesigned it to a play where they are inviting and indeed asking guys to get really physical as far as the scrums that are probably going to occur on some of these returns. I'm fascinated to see how it takes off and how they approach it. And yes, of course, I will undoubtedly be talking about it on daily, each and every day when we see it at training camp. No question. Soder, what's up? Packer history class have a paper requirement. I really don't want to write a footnoted paper. I don't think so, Soder. I think it's certainly something you can enjoy and participate on via Zoom/online. I don't believe there is a requirement for you to write a paper, but it's something you could ask about. Definitely. Mike Witt, thanks for the super chat, man. Keep an eye out for Walter Stanley's son during camp. I most certainly will. No question about it. Walter Stanley, talk about a great random Packer. There you go. Aaron Harper. Random Packer Robert Brooks. See, I don't know. Robert Brooks doesn't feel like a random Packer. He's too well known to be a random Packer. Like, I get it's random that you mentioned him, but yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Random Packer feels like it shouldn't be someone who had his own video game back in the day, or indeed his own hit single. Jump in the stands. Good stuff. Dennis is here. What's up, Dennis? How are you? So good to see you. What else we got up in here? Chad, hello. How are you? Kevin, how are you, man? Norman, is there going to be a meetup the first weekend you're here? I'm also going that weekend. Norman, just for you, buddy. I'll look at the calendar, actually. Let me take a look. What do we got here? So I get in the 25th. So then, yeah, I'll be up there 26th, 27th, 28th. Maybe we'll do the evening of the 27th. It depends on how early they're getting up and doing practice on the 28th. I know they had indicated it'll most likely be like a 10:30 start for most of those practices, but you need to make that official before Aaron commits to spending Saturday night out drinking and saying hi to Packers fans from everywhere. He said, Joey, thanks for the super chat. Random Packer Cedric Benson. That's a good one. People do forget that he was a Packer. Not a very productive one, but a Packer. Michael says, I'm seeing Nixon taking the first kickoff in Brazil to the house. I mean, I'm down with this. It's a storybook way for the season to start. I would be surprised if anybody takes any of these to the house right out of the gate. But we'll see. We'll see. Again, I'm interested to see how it lines up and what it looks like in person. What else we got here? Not random. He was awesome and big time. Yeah, I believe you're talking about Robert Brooks. You are not incorrect. How many hours until they're in pads? That's a good question. Not quite sure how it breaks down by hours, but you should remember, as I've kind of reminded people, the 22nd is obviously the first day of camp. They won't be able to be even allowed in pads until the 30th. That is when they're allowed to don the pads, so to speak. Uncultured, thanks again, man. Random Packer Alfonso Carricker. Oh, there's a name from my youth. That's a good one. Gary, Nags, are you bringing your band to Green Bay for camp? Not to Green Bay, but we are playing in Appleton on the evening of the 2nd, I believe it is. I believe that's the Friday night. Yeah, August 2nd. We'll be down in Appleton at Ambassador at 9 p.m. So if you're in the area and you're there for Mile of Music and you want to see old Nagler make a fool out of himself on stage, that's the place to be. Motel Men live. Gonna be a good time. Callum, how are you? Hope you're doing well, man. Which wide receiver do you think will get more receptions this season? I believe you mean the most out of all of them. Feels like a fantasy football question there, buddy. Honestly, I think it's going to be Jaden Reed. I think Christian Watson will probably have more big plays, touchdowns, and maybe yards, but I think Jaden Reed is the leader in the clubhouse to get the most receptions. I think you're going to get the ball in his hands lots of different ways, including the touch pass where he, does the motion across the formation and Jordan Love taps it to him. But yeah, just overall, Jaden Reed would be my guess as far as most receptions. I mean, you don't break Sterling Sharp's rookie record by happenstance. The kid is a ball magnet. He's going to get his chances. Mike Witt, thanks for the super chat, man. Meet up during the draft, Nags. I'll be in town. Oh, Mike, we will certainly be doing some kind of event during the week of the draft in Green Bay next season. No question about it. Uncultured. Nags, in your youth, did you ever drunkenly sing along with Where the Hell is Nina? Lord knows I did. I think everybody did, didn't they? It's like a rite of passage. Where the hell is Nina is a all-time classic Wisconsin track. No question about it. What else we got? Don't let your bandmate go full Eddie and the Cruisers. I don't think there's any fear of that. I'm waiting for some linebacker kicking off. Steve, I mean, the idea there, and that has been discussed. I know the Chiefs were talking about it as far as having another positional player out on the field and able to tackle somebody. We'll see. I think teams will be doing things like that, like thinking a little bit outside the box and trying to get certain body types on the field during a play, which again, I think is going to be pretty damn physical. Which Packer is most likely to horse around and play grab ass on the sideline? That's someone who's watched some NFL films right there. It's a good question. I'm going to go with Tucker Kraft. That would be my guess. I'm waiting for Motel Men at halftime of the Super Bowl, Nags. Mike, you're going to be waiting a while. That's all I can say. I think Taylor Swift, then Motel Men. That's how that's going to go. Although I read a report that Miley Cyrus is a good bet to be playing the Super Bowl this year, which will be fun. I'd be down with Miley. That'd be a lot of fun. What else we got? How was Lil Ton? New York Cheesehead. That's a great question. He's, I believe, at the new LiveX office. LiveX has moved here in New York to a place down in Brooklyn. So I suspect that Little Ton is chilling in Brooklyn, unless Corey's girlfriend, Rachel, may have brought him back to Green Bay when she was in town. But that is my guess. Just picked up 2 Watson jerseys for me and my daughter. Can't wait. William, that's awesome. I'm telling you, man, Christian Watson's going to have a big year. Absolutely. And I know people are going to say the big if, and he's got to stay on the field. Everyone knows it, including him. But if that happens, big things coming for Christian Watson, no doubt about it. I'm going to perform. Oh, Logan says, I'm going to start a petition for Cheeseheads with Attitude to perform at the halftime show at the Super Bowl. I don't know about at the Super Bowl, but how great and amazing would it be for them to play a game or like even halftime at Lambeau for a game? Or pre-game, out there in the parking lot. That'd be awesome. I'd be down with that. I wanted a Kraft one for her love of macaroni, but they didn't have her size. Oh, well, that's it's too bad, William. But hey, Christian Watson is a good, I guess, a good choice for you both to have and share. Every time he scores a touchdown, you can do a fun dance with her. It's going to be a good time. Michael, how much trouble do you get in if you jump onto an NFL field, Nags? A lot. A whole lot. Man, that's not something I ever want to entertain. You get tackled, you get charged, and you get into a bunch of trouble. It ain't something I want to ever find out about. David asks, have you ever done Kettle of Fish? Supposed to be the best Packer bar in New York. Have I done Kettle of Fish? I was just at Kettle of Fish for their 25th anniversary on Christopher Street. Yes, Patrick, the owner, is a dear friend at this point. Been going there essentially my entire time in New York, which is now almost 25 years. Yes, Kettle of Fish is absolutely incredible. And if you are in the New York area during football season and you need a spot to watch the Packers, that is the one premium spot. You got to get there real early, but it is no question about it. My favorite spot to watch a Packers game outside of the state of Wisconsin. There is zero doubt about that. Everyone should get that experience at some point. Patrick has made it very, very, very special. It's great. Matthew says, hopefully Love doesn't force throws to Watson when he's triple covered this year. I'm suspecting this is a note or a comment on the final throw of the season in San Francisco. I don't think, Jordan did a ton of that this year. Certainly there were moments late in games when they were in kind of desperation mode where that may have happened. But yeah, I didn't think that was anything untoward for a first-time starting quarterback. Yeah, you want to learn from it, you want to improve, and you hope you don't see a whole lot of it this season. But I don't think that was some bad habit that he had. Like, yeah, he did it once or twice, but I mean, hell, it ain't like Aaron Rodgers didn't do it, So yeah, I'm not worried about it. It's not something that I'm sitting here going, oh gosh, I really hope that doesn't rear its ugly head. I think Jordan, especially as the year went on, showed that he can, operate within the confines of the offense, the flow of what's required as far as his progressions, his footwork, getting the ball out in time. He's not going to panic and just chuck it up. That's for sure. What else we got? I think the defense lets the offense button up and run a little more this year. Oh, Brandy. God, I would love that. I would love that. I don't suspect it's actually going to happen, but I would love it. Levi Myers, thanks for the super chat. Appreciate you. What Packer makes the biggest jump? Eric Wilson, Slayton, Wyatt, and my God, what if it's Love? Well, if it's Love, it'd be amazing. That'd be absolutely incredible. They'd have one of the best, if not the best quarterback in the league at that point, given where he was statistically those last 8 or 9 games. I do think Wyatt is probably the best bet out of the group you've listed here. I do think, I am very interested to see how they utilize Slayton and what he's asked to do. I did a video a daily chat leading with that a couple days ago. I think he's got the opportunity to, get upfield and cause some havoc and really be a integral part of what they want to do as far as creating havoc in the pocket. But I think Wyatt, he's got all the upside, right? He's got all the athleticism and, the fact that he's now several years into his NFL career, he was an older player when he was selected. The time is now. Wyatt, I think, with the change of the defensive approach and what is asked of those guys up front, there's never been a better opportunity for him to really shine. I think you saw spurts, you saw glimpses under Joe Barry, but with this scheme and again, what the requirements up front as far as shooting gaps and getting upfield and not really two gapping much, not reading and reacting, but rather trying to dictate a little bit more, I think that will serve him well. So that Wyatt would be my answer there. All right, everybody, I'm going to have to get going. I cannot thank you enough for hanging out, talking Packers each and every day, Monday through Friday, right here on the Cheesehead TV social channels. If you're a Patreon member or a Carry the G Club member here on YouTube, don't forget, we have our happy hour at the top of the hour. Your information is on your respective pages. In the meantime, please hit like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and then tell your friends and tell your family, Cheesehead TV, we are devoted to Green Bay Packers fans worldwide. Thanks a lot, everybody. Have a great night. Go Pack, go.